Chief Sales Officer here at Akana. I'm also one of the four co-founders. Seems like we got a little echo, but they might have gotten muted out by now. I'm just glad to be here. It's a kind of overcast day here in Chicago, but it's still a great day. We got a lot of great things on the agenda this evening. I think it's Fit Tuesday at the dispensary and featuring our own Ernestine Davis, Minister Ernestine, Coach Ernestine, fitness expert Ernestine. And then we have Maryland. Maryland is one of our new distributors, beautiful Miss former Miss Orlando or Miss Florida, had run for Miss America. Such a beautiful person inside and out. And tonight we're going to have an event at the dispensary where if you need to be fit, not just healthy, but fit and healthy, they are going to give us some tips. And as we were talking about doing this the other day on Saturday on our corporate call, somebody mentioned, I wish I had her here. But guys, you do. You have a Maryland, you have a Miss West Virginia, you have a Miss Virginia, a Miss South Carolina, somebody that was on their way to being that, wanted to aspire to be that, that would love collaborating and joining arms with you and taking this message of being healthy and fit out to wherever their community is. So just go find that person in your area, because guess how Stookie found Merlin? In the Uber. He was Ubering and she was his passenger. So guys, whatever you want is out there. You just got to learn how to go get it. But we're going to get to be able to have the knowledge be shared with us through this company, because Stookie had enough courage outside of the comfort zone, went on and asked, hey, do you know your blessings? Now, I don't know if that's exactly what he said, so don't quote me, but that's a good way to start off. But it started a conversation off with somebody that was already, her mindset was already to be healthy and be fit. And so how many people are like that? I look for people that are fit and say, wow, you look and care about your body. You might care about what we're doing so we can help others do the same thing. Find your own way. It's a little spiel. It's your 30-second elevator pitch. Call it what you want. In an Uber, he has a little more time, but you see people all the time. Admire them, compliment them. Ask them, like Crystal's going to share with you a new phrase that she's come up with that I think is very, very good. And so we are having that tonight at 6 p.m. at the dispensary. Dr. Betty is on tonight at 8 speaking about flat belly lifestyle. And guys, we have pivoted, we have elevated, we have done a lot. So if you are wondering, what is the status of flat belly lifestyle? What does flat belly 3.0 look like? Then don't miss Dr. Betty tonight at 8 p.m. on that regular Zoom. And so I'm going to talk about something, I put out an assignment, a call to action on Thursday, and a few of you took me up on it. One being Crystal Robinson. I'm talking about what is going to turn this around, what's going to take our business from one level to the next status, what's going to help Scott Reese take us to billion dollar big. And we know that the home parties are something that can do that. I am a true testament of that. Is proof is in the pudding. I've seen it happen for so many people. I've seen the ladies of Team Vision, when I joined the business that Melissa was in, skyrocket based on home parties, and Melissa going to the third level of that company where you can go and taking a lot of people with her, guys. So I know this concept works. And so I stepped out. Sometimes you just need to be shown the way. You need an example. I see on Facebook that Gigi had her first party, and I know that it was a success. I just saw it as I was coming on this morning, so I'm going to go back and look at it. But I know she had a success because what? She did it. She did the doggone thing. So I challenged Crystal. I offered Crystal support. Ma Mitchell, Sylvia's going to be driving to Indianapolis to assist her team there. I'll probably go along for the ride. And so, guys, until we get this going, and then great things are coming. The party pack is coming, but that's not really what's holding you back. I know that already. A lot of saying, oh, when the party pack comes, I'm going to do my first party. Sometimes it's just getting your foot wet. And so I'm going to bring Crystal on, and she's going to just talk about what that challenge or what that call to action meant for her. And at first she was saying, "Oh, that this is Thursday and that's Saturday. I don't think I can do it." But when you think you can't do something, guess what? You can't do it. So I'm gonna let Crystal tell you what she did and how it made her feel, how it built her confidence, and that she has not stopped going since. So, Crystal, are you out there?
Good morning. Yes, I'm here, Phyllis. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you so much for your support. I really appreciated you coming out and helping me. So I jumped at the opportunity for assistance when you put the call out, and I was terrified, but I'm like, I have to do it because if I don't push through, I never will. And so I started calling people and texting. I made more phone calls though, and normally I don't. Usually I just lay back and text and then hope they respond. But I'm like, no, that hasn't really been working for me. So let's do the phone calls. So I called about 47 people between Thursday and Friday, all the way up till Friday night, and a lot of them just were not available this Saturday. Not to say that it was short notice; they just had other things going on, and no one said no at all. No one. What they did say though was, I can't do it tomorrow, but I mean I can't do it Saturday. But what other dates do you have in August? Oh, okay. So we started scheduling, the parties for August. Mind you, I haven't done anything yet, but I was scheduling those and booking those parties or the elevation experiences. And so called out to 47 people. I spoke directly to 33. Of those 33, 9 made commitments to have parties with me before the end of August, and I have those dates on my calendar. 4 of them confirmed. So, and then one of my coworkers who has been watching me for 2.5 years since I started the flat belly journey. I'm not in communication with her at all now, as much because we are working remotely. But I know they're watching because everybody's on Facebook and they're following us. So she saw me in person a week ago and was just like, "What did you do? Is this from the flat belly stuff that you got going on?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so she just told me she wanted to place her order. She's paying for it on August 20th. She's going out of town, but she wants to get it before she goes out of town. We've not done a bioscan. We've not done any blood testing, but I have been talking to her about it a little bit, and I sent her the 4 videos, the short videos, not the long ones. And so she's making a purchase, and I'm going to do a party at her condo in her building. I was terrified, and I was just like, Phyllis has got us doing this, and I didn't jumped and said yes. I hadn't really thought it through, but that was okay. I did it anyway. We prepared everything for my backyard. I have a big backyard. Got everything set up. I was running a little late, but we were able to get everything together, and it wasn't perfect. Um,
I
no
think
one
it
even
was
showed
perfect.
up. Oh, what you say,
I
Phil?
think it was perfect.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, no one showed up except me, Phyllis, and my daughter Genesis, who is a distributor, and she's a coach in training, and she came towards the very end. But people were receptive, and one of the things that I found myself saying to them, some of them I have talked to before, but many were strangers, right? And I just followed up with them. And one of the things that we're really good about saying right now is, do you know your blood type? I think we all know that like the back of our hand, right? In addition, since we're focusing on the elevation experience, I've now started saying, after they say they don't know that, because most people don't know their blood type. And then I immediately say, what are you doing for self care? And then they're like, uh, nothing. Self care. I don't even have time to do what I have to do. Self care. So that opens up a whole nother door for our elevation experience and for inviting them to the dispensary, for the wellness workshops, for the wind down Wednesdays. So I just know that making that shift, stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm a social butterfly, but I'm really not. I'm really, really an introvert. But once I step out and get to know people and I'm around people, I'm gone. So let's get it, y'all. Let's go. We don't have to have the party pack to do this. We already know the information. You just have to step out and do it. So with that, again, Phyllis, thank you for pushing and pulling. Not pulling, you pushed and I jumped and I'm really glad I did. So thanks.
I'm glad you did too. But one question I'd like to ask you, Crystal, would any other week that you would have from Thursday to Saturday called 47 people?
No, never.
Mhm.
Even when we were doing our massive runs, our 90-day runs, those contests, I never called that amount of people in that short of time ever.
And even
And it
though,
was easy. It was
and
easy. It was a lot of work, but it wasn't difficult.
hmm And even though there was a no show on Saturday, that I didn't feel bad about it at all because I was ever able to go through her and visually show her what zone one looked like, what zone two looked like, what zone three should look like, and what that should entail at every zone. So it was not a trip in vain. But what I was excited about is that she has 9 appointments from those phone calls that she made. And so my question to you on the line is, ask yourself, have you made 47 calls to people to invite them to an elevation experience or to look at the videos or just to be open to what you're doing? I always say activity, and it did not take you forever to make 47 phone calls. You just give yourself a designated time and you go on and you do that. And so it just opens up a door. It gives you confidence that people are looking for some way to have an elevation experience because they go to a job every 5 days a week, probably. They do things that they normally do. They don't have their selves elevated. And right now, everybody needs elevation. So I encourage you guys to just get out of your comfort zone and start doing that. I know you're going to get more of that when we go to boot camp. For those of you all that are going to boot camp, again, a lot of you all are not coaches, the kind of coaches for the bioscan, but that's okay because everyone can do the blood type testing. Everyone can have an elevation experience party, invite their people out, have their upline to help them. If you don't know who your upline is, Crystal didn't know that literally, yes, I'm the CSO, but we each have a organization that we build, and I happen to be Crystal's upline along the way. So again, guys, you go to work and you get the things done. When you put the effort out, the universe attracts what you're looking for. And even though she was a little afraid and a little comprehensive or saying, why did I volunteer myself? I'm sure now she's glad that she did that, and staying plugged in. The next day, she was plugged into something else that gave her more confidence. So again, you heard Stookie talking about it on Monday yesterday when he was on. He continues to talk. Every time I see Stookie, he's got his ear to the phone telling somebody about Akana. So now you can share the elevation experience. Everybody loves experiences. I had 2 experiences on Saturday, and I look at them as an experience. Sylvia and I had a dinner experience, and then later that night we had another phenomenal experience at the dispensary. Same thing on Sunday. So people are looking for experiences. Offer them that elevation experience that we have to offer. And when they come, they will feel happy that they came, educated, calmer, more peaceful. And now you will put self-care on their minds. And what do we
Phyllis,
do? We definitely provide self-care. Yes, ma'am.
Phyllis, can I say one more quick thing? We
One more.
got you guys. We have to change the language. We got to stop saying it's a meeting. Don't say it's a party. Say it's an elevation experience. And they're going to say, well, what is that? And you're going to say it's kind of like a mini spa, but it's you taking care of yourself. You're going to enjoy it. You got to be here. You can relax and refresh. Just get away from that other language. It's an elevation experience. So I agree with that, Phyllis. That made a huge difference. Huge
Mhm.
difference.
Right, right, right. Okay, guys. Well, we're right at our time, 8:15. Dr. Betty, if you're on, I already talked about your call, but if you want to add anything, why don't you come off the mute if you're here and share about what's going on tonight? If not, Ernestine, you want to talk about it? I have shared a little bit, but you can take it to the next level. Ernestine, you want to talk about tonight at 6 p.m.?
Uh, hold on, real
Okay,
quick.
so
This
Dr.
is
Betty
Dr.
first.
Betty.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we are going to discuss the flat belly uh, cleanse in detail. And if you have questions, concerns, please bring your questions and concerns and bring your guests. We can do a short overview also, but I really want to kind of do a deep dive into the cleanse. So that's it. See you
Thank
at
you.
8 p.m.
Okay. And Ernestine, are you out there? Could you share about what's going on at 6 o'clock? Is she still there? Well, you heard me. Melissa put a post out there, and it's a very inviting post. So if you're in Chicago or Atlanta area, I highly encourage you to join us at 6 p.m. and invite your guests. It's something you won't want to miss. And with that being said, we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Time, welcoming our own Coach Dan. Bye now. Go out and push.